Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this webinar. My name is Raheen Carlswell here with the markets, and today we'll be sharing information on what type of trader are you. So we're going to begin with, there's two things that distinguish what type of trader you are that plays into this. The time frames in which you decide to trade, with day trader, scalper trader, swing trader, position trader. And then the other part that pairs with that is which type of stocks you're choosing and how you're choosing your stocks. And that is categorized with the momentum, sandbox, watch list, and options flow trader. So to start off, we're going to start with the day slash scalper trader. This is a really short term type of trade. This is like a get it out. This is typically within the same day. So it's going to be very fast paced. You're not looking for a lot of huge price movement as far as, a long trend or anything. It's usually like you can put a higher, premium down and capitalize on a smaller price move. So the next one we have is the swing trader. For this trader, this is actually kind of a medium term. It's considering can actually go longer than a day, could be even 2 days, and maybe even a week, but no longer than a week. Swing trader, this is a little more relaxed than a day trader. You're usually giving your price time to reach a certain point you're expecting. It's usually traded within a range. I know that we share a lot of patterns, and one of the patterns that we share is the channel. So that's a good example of a range in which a swing trader will take advantage of trading within. This is also really good for people who, first getting into trading because it gives you a chance to just kind of plan out your move, and you're not really sitting here holding this for weeks and years, as we would say for a buy and hold, which brings us to our next type of trader. So the position trader is the long-term trader. This is the one that you want to look for your growth stocks on. Usually this would be on a trend, a pretty long-lasting trend, and traders would typically hold this price and hold this trade until the trend turns around. So that's pretty much it about this. So position trade also, the familiar, most people know it as buy and hold. This is one that you would like to buy the dip on. So those are some other familiar terms that go with the position trader. So now that we have went through the time frames of what time frame you're trading, now we need to know what type of stocks you plan on using within those time frames. So we're going to start with momentum trader. This is whenever you're just trading solely based on news, stock splits, earnings, ratings, anything like that. And it's usually like a really strong spike in the price when trading as a momentum trader. And I would personally say that this is one of the things that's best for day trader and scalping, which myself and a lot of our team, we really take a lot of advantage of this. So the sandbox trader, this is one where you're kind of in your own area. You're not really going out, picking out different new stuff. You have your favorites that you always make money off of. You know exactly how they move. This is just pretty much a trader that likes to stay in their comfort zone and don't really like too much change, and just really likes to master specific stocks instead of just going and look for something different every single day. So the watch list trader. This is another way to kind of pick your stocks on that you plan on trading. And this is based on the sector. So, you know, you have different stocks. For example, you have the real estate stocks, energy, industrials, and based on what time of the year it is, some of these stocks can sometimes lag behind or actually be out in front. This is something that we actually share in a lot of our courses on the best time to, play certain sectors. So be sure to get that link in the bottom and check out some of our classes. And lastly, the options flow trader. Now this really pairs with the scalper and day trader as well. And it also ties in with the momentum. But mainly, this is pretty much using a system to see where all the big money is going, where the big contracts, where the big plays are. Most brokers, including most popular broker that we use, TD Ameritrade, has an area on their platform for this. You can configure this manually. This is also another skill that we share on, showing config on this. And even if you cannot config, this is something that I kind of save for last with the options flow platform, because we plan on personally getting together a scanner and being able to give this service to anyone on our team. That way, you will not even have to, figure out how to use the scanner. You can just go to use our platform, and we will already have top plays in there. So that's pretty much for the option flow trader, the big money. And I believe this is all we have for today. Those are pretty much basic traders, basic type of traders you're going to have. You're going to first figure out what time you plan on trading in. And then your next thing, you're going to think about what type of stocks you want to play in and how you want to choose those stocks. So thanks again for joining. We got Raheen checking out with Hat the Markets. Catch you all next.